Hey everyone, welcome. So today we're going to tackle one of the biggest questions out there right now. As AI gets smarter and smarter, what happens to our jobs? And, maybe more importantly, what happens to us? We're going to dive into some really fascinating research on an idea called the human service economy. But hang on, before we get into the big picture, I want you to think about something for just a second. Your own job, the stuff you do every single day. What are the parts of it that a machine, no matter how smart it gets, just couldn't do? Really think about it. Got it? Okay, hold that thought. All right, so let's jump right in with our first section here, the automation question. And look, this isn't some far-off science fiction thing anymore. This is the economic reality that's literally changing right under our feet. Now, here's what's so critical to get. We're not just talking about a better piece of software or a more efficient robot on an assembly line. This is a foundational shift. Seriously, think of it like the agricultural revolution or the industrial revolution. AI and automation are these massive forces that are completely redefining what we even consider valuable in our economy. And that brings us to our next point, which kind of moves past the dollars and cents and into something deeply, deeply human. Because for pretty much all of us, a job is so much more than just a paycheck, right?
This quote just nails it. For so many people, our work is a huge part of our identity. Think about it. So what do? It's often the very first question we ask someone we just met. It's how we kind of place ourselves and others in the world.
And that right there is the real challenge we're facing. The risk isn't just about unemployment statistics, it's about a potential crisis of identity. And this risk, it's not spread out evenly at all. For instance, some research suggests that in the US, women face a massive risk, with up to 79% of their jobs being vulnerable to automation. The policies we put in place right now are going to decide if automation becomes a disaster for equality and meaning, or if we can actually build a more equitable future. That's the real problem we have to solve.
So what do we do? Well, that leads us to the big idea at the center of all this research, a new framework they're calling the human service economy. And this isn't about, fighting against technology. It's about consciously redesigning our whole economy around what we as humans do best.
So what is it really? Well, it's an economy that just shifts its focus. Instead of rewarding the tasks that machines are getting better at, number crunching, repetition, it starts to elevate the things that are, for right now, uniquely human. This is all about building a system that actually values empathy, creative thinking, and real, genuine human connection.
And this slide really shows you the contrast. Our whole economic structure today, it was basically born from the industrial age, so it values efficiency and data processing above all else. The human service economy flips that. It says, let's value empathy over just pure efficiency. Let's value creativity over mind-numbing repetition. And let's value human connection over just raw data. It's a complete change in what we decide is important.
Okay, let's move to our final section and really see how this all comes together. Because maybe the most powerful idea in all of this research is that the future, well, it's not something that just happens to us. It's something we can and absolutely must design ourselves.
This is such a critical point. It's so easy to look at how fast technology is moving and feel like we're just along for the ride, that the outcome is already written. But it's not. It's really not.
At the end of the day, that is all technology is. A ridiculously powerful, world-changing tool for sure, but still, just a tool. And like any tool, whether it helps or hurts, that completely depends on how we decide to use it.
And this just sums it all up, doesn't it? The future of our jobs isn't going to be decided by some algorithm in a server farm. It's going to be decided by our values, by the policies we fight for, by the choices we make together as a society. Are we going to build a world where human skills are actually cherished and rewarded, or one where they're just left behind? That choice is up to us. So I'm just going to leave you with this question to think about. As the machines get better and better at doing the what, handling the tasks, the logistics, the calculations, it kind of frees us up to ask a much bigger question. Who do we want to be? What parts of our humanity do we want to put right at the very center of our world? That's the real conversation we all need to start having. Thanks for joining me.